Hey there, crazy kids. I am the good old gamer, and we're chilling out with some more Mass Effect 3 on Sara Shepard's Epic Adventures. We can finally explore the Normandy, so let's go ahead and do that. This is the communications room. Well, we'll be getting updates from Admiral Hackett, as well as other people throughout the missions. This is the war room, where we'll also get communications at sometimes. We can check on the progress of the military strength, readiness rating, blah blah blah. I don't really bother to use this much, but it's here in case you're interested. And here's the war map, where we can see the effects that we've had. We haven't really done much yet, so it's all kind of 50% right now, but once we do more missions and stuff, all of these numbers will change. Obviously, we'll get more increases in here, and it's also affected by the readiness rating. I think is affected by the multiplayer. If you get to doing multiplayer missions, the readiness rating will go up, and we'll probably do some of that. I'm not a big fan of Mass Effect multiplayer, but we'll probably check it out a few times at least. So I don't know if I'll ever get 100% on that stuff, because I don't know if I'm going to hang out in multiplayer that long to do that, but we'll see how it goes. Maybe we will. I don't know. If I do play multiplayer for any amount of time, it's only going to be for that, just long enough to get the readiness rating up to whatever that we needed for the end of the game. Now, I think there are things around the ship to collect, but I'm not sure if that carries over, because my previous playthrough is saved, so I don't know if this carries over or not. It's a new meeting room. This used to be the tech lab.
I can't believe the council won't help. Come on, Sarah. If Thestia was lost and Earth hadn't been touched yet, you can be damn sure we'd be guarding our own borders.
And that's a loading screen. On my previous computer, it took ages to get through that, but it went right by this time. I'm going to actually go back in here real quick. Yeah, come on. That actually reminds me of the decontamination thing from the first game, the original Mass Effect, when you had to get back on the ship, and it would sit there and a load is what it would do, but it was a decontamination thing that they hid the loading screen over. I think there's collectibles in this room, but maybe they come later. Unless, like I said, they carry over from the previous playthrough.
The Alliance has found a new Cerberus lab on Sanctum. Admiral Hackett would like you to investigate.
Alright. Well, that's another side mission. And there's no door over here anymore, obviously. I could have sworn there was collection stuff around, but maybe it carries over from playthrough. I don't know why that'd be, but... Or maybe it just comes later and I'm just being retarded and don't notice. Okay, so the only one in here is Joker? Alright, Joker, how's it going?
Hey, Commander. You know, I had my doubts about the Council. But after years of ignoring your warnings, they're finally willing to step up and tell you they just can't help.
They've spent years denying the threat. You think they'd be prepared now?
I was kind of hoping that maybe they were planning in secret and just not telling you about it because, you know, Cerberus. Well, let me know if you want me to get them on the channel and then hang up on them. You know, for old time's sake.
That used to be an option in Mass Effect 1 for those of you who hadn't played it. After every main mission, you could call up the Council to see how things are going, and you could have Joker hang up on them if at any time in case you got annoyed with them or whatever.
Commander.
Commander, you've got a new message at your private terminal.
I do? Well, let's check it out. probably got a lot of them because I got all the DLCs. I guess we could watch videos on the training thing. I've already done this, but whatever.
For increased tactical control, bring up the power menu. This pauses the action, giving you time to evaluate the battlefield, target new enemies, and select a power. To use a power to attack an opponent, target the enemy before pausing the game, then highlight and select the power. The power will fire at the targeted enemy as you return to action. For maximum tactical effectiveness, use squad mate powers in combination with your own, hitting enemies with up to 3 powers at once. After using a power, you must wait for it to recharge before using it again. This is called the cooldown period. When a power is in cooldown, its icon is gray. A red icon indicates that the power cannot affect the current target. Some offensive powers are guided and can be aimed to hit enemies over cover and around corners. There are other useful tools on the power menu. To use powers in real time, drag and drop them to quick-fire keys in the power menu. If you have enough metagel, select First Aid to revive a squad mate and to recover a portion of Shepard's health. You can also activate ammunition powers, like cryo ammo and incendiary ammo, to upgrade your weapon. Issue orders to your squad mates by using the following keystrokes. Press Q or E to order a squad mate to attack, move to cover, or take a position. To order a squad mate to attack with a power, press Q or E while targeting an enemy. Z issues an order to both squad mates to open fire on the targeted enemy. And pressing C rallies the team to your position.
Keep in mind in that last video when they were telling you different keys, if you rebinded your keys to other things, then keep in mind that those are the ones you have to use instead of whatever the default ones, Q and E and all that. Okay. Messages. This is from Hackett. Shepard, Alliance forces are stretched thin across the galaxy. We need your specific talents for a series of ops. These missions will open doors for the Alliance in places we can't touch through conventional means. We'll deploy operatives to hold point after you've completed your objectives. I need you to head to a Cerberus lab on planet Sanctum. I'll brief you when you're inbound. Hackett, that's what Specialist Trainer just said. Also from Hackett. Commander Shepard, this letter formally acknowledges your reinstatement into the Alliance Navy per Admiral David Anderson's recent verbal communication. Under emergency war powers, whatever, blah blah blah, you are hereby authorized to assume command of the Normandy SR-2. You are directed to begin interdiction operations against any and all enemies posing a threat to Earth, its colonies, and its allies. Furthermore, you are granted diplomatic authority to establish treaties with non-human races as required to support your mission. That's good. Galaxy-wide alert. Blah blah blah. This is basically just telling about the Earth attack. My dog. Dear Commander Shepard, I was a contractor working on the Normandy's haptic interface when it was in dry dock. Your VI Edie emailed me to let me know I left my dog mech on board. I'm all the way out in Terra Nova now and would hate for you to go a million clicks out of your way to drop off my dog. Please just take care of her. She likes exploring, sniffing chemical trails and 750-volt outlets. Thank you and sorry for the trouble. I promise she won't be too much of a headache. Andrea Brown. This is a collector's edition little bonus thing. This is a dog that runs around in the hangar bay area with the shuttle and stuff. Doesn't do much of anything, but it's there. This is just more. This is just more collector's edition stuff. New rifle. This is more DLC. Quarian fleet. Apparently something's up with the Quarians. And this is a hoodie outfit that also came with the collector's edition. Oh, this is an upgrade thing in Liara's office. We'll check that out in a little bit. This is Eden Prime. This is the From Ashes DLC. Also came with the collector's mission, or you could get it day one with the regular stuff, the regular game, if you bought it extra, the DLC. I don't know why there's an arrow pointing down when I can't obviously get down there. I guess that's it for the things. Okay. Good to know. Maybe some of the DLCs don't kick in yet. Probably don't, because yeah, we haven't met some people yet, so I imagine that's why. Okay. You!
Commander, come to check on your new recruit.
Just wanted to see how you were doing.
Still trying to get my bearings. When I was working on the Normandy's upgrades, I left at the end of the day. I didn't even have a toothbrush or a change of clothing until I made some emergency purchases on the Citadel.
Next time you need something, just ask. You're not alone here.
Oh, it's no trouble, Commander. I'm sure you have larger concerns.
We can put in a requisition order.
My toothbrush is a Cision Pro Mark IV. It uses tiny Mass Effect fields to break up plaque and massage the gums. It costs 6,000 credits.
Okay, yeah. You're on your own with that.
In any event, I appreciate you giving me the chance to stay. Was there anything else?
Remember that little note about the toothbrush. It'll come in handy later with some of the DLC. So I've heard anyway. Oh, that was silly.
How'd you end up in the military anyway?
My family didn't have money for university. When the Alliance saw my aptitude scores, they offered me a full scholarship. I served my required years after graduation and decided to stay. I really like the challenges of the lab. Although, I'm sure I'll grow to love frontline service as well.
I'm surprised you're worrying about a toothbrush. We got bigger problems right now.
Oh, believe me. Seeing the Reapers on Earth was terrifying. But I won't help anybody by bursting into tears here in the CIC, will I? Being here on the Normandy helps. If anyone in the galaxy can stop the Reapers, it's you. And if flagging your messages and managing strategic intel helps you in any way, then it's worth it.
You worked in Alliance R&D?
Yes. You'd think quantum entanglement would make communication easy, but imagine incorporating multiple incoming sources and then networking them with extrapolations of time-lag data to construct a coherent situation GUI. It's an exciting challenge. For me, anyway.
Where are you from originally?
A colony in the Terminus systems, actually. Though I studied on Earth, at Oxford. My parents were from London. They loved Earth, but they wanted the freedom a colony life could offer. If they stayed in London, I imagine they'd be dead right now.
A lot of people back on Earth are still alive, and counting on us.
Quite true, Commander.
Carry on, Specialist.
That was cool. Alright, enough bumming around down here for now. Let's go to the captain's cabin. Well, no, I don't see the stuff, so the collection stuff must still be around. I must just not have seen it yet, or whatever. The same as back in Mass Effect 2, basically. You got your armor thing there. And there's the bathroom in here. Yay, you can still flush the toilet for no good reason. Got the private terminal right here. And in this private terminal, for some reason, you can check your squad out, but you can't do that on the other one for some weird reason. I don't know. And unlike Mass Effect 2, where you could switch out appearances, here when you switch out appearances, it actually matters because the armor bonus gives different bonuses. Like Liara, the one outfit she's got on now, gives power damage 25%. This one gives power recharge speed 25%. That gives power recharge speed 25%. Power damage 25%. And this is, I think, a DLC outfit because I haven't seen it before. That actually looks kind of cool. What does it do? Power damage 25%. And then this is power damage 25% again. So just keep that in mind. I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It's a bonus. So if you have a certain outfit that you want the characters to wear, that's fine. But just keep in mind the power bonus. That might factor into your decision. I think I'll let her wear this for now and see what it looks like, you know, in the game, in the battlefield and stuff. Just because it's, I'm pretty sure this is a DLC outfit that I haven't seen yet, so. And then, for you, shields 25%. Weapon damage 25%. Weapon damage 25%. Shields 25%. You'd think this would be the weapon damage one and the other one would be shields, but whatever. Shields. I usually like him in that, and it looks good with Matic or whatever, so that's fine. Might change Liara's look back to her other one because I kind of like her in her default one, but we'll see how that goes for now. Alright, cool. Now we get to check out the outfits. Casual outfit. Got that one. Ooh, got an official Commander Alliance outfit thing. That's pretty cool. Nah. This one's alright too. I might actually go with this one because the gold matches her hair and stuff real well. That's the hoodie that you get for the collector's edition. I think this looks alright on the guys, but it doesn't look as good on female Shepard or whatever for some reason. And then this. I hate this dress. I absolutely hate it. I'd much rather have the dress that you got from Mass Effect 2 than this one. This one looks, I don't know, stupid. I don't think Shepard would ever wear this. And on the other side of this, something else to talk about. The guys, instead of getting something like this, you know, they get a leather jacket, jeans, and a t-shirt. And it looks awesome. And in my last playthrough, that's what I had my Shepard wear, because he was a guy. And I really wish they'd have done that for female Shepard instead of that stupid dress. Or else, at least get the dress that they had in Mass Effect 2. That looked better than that. Anyways, I think it's between this and this. That does look more official. But it is wartime. I think we'll go with that for a while. I can always change it later. Let's see, armor. This is a DLC armor. It's a Cerberus armor, so why would I be dumb enough to wear it? But it's there. Either helmet, no helmet. Helmet just provides a health boost. Which is probably good, but I'm not going to wear a helmet. Casa Fabrications? Really? What's that? Shield or health? Shield regeneration or health? Let's go with the shields, because they'll regenerate faster and that'll help. And I can't do anything with the shoulders. Arms. Melee damage or health? Let's go with health, because melee damage really isn't a thing for an engineer. Okay. I think it had blue and yellow in Mass Effect 2, so I think I'm going to go for that look if I can find the right blue. That's a bit too bright. That's not too bad. Let's go with that, and then what's this? I can make it purple. Let's go ahead and make that yellow too. And then the lights. Let's keep them red. Sure, why not? Alright, that'll work for now. See, we're in our official outfit like the admirals and stuff. That actually makes kind of sense. I do like the first outfit we ever went in, that leatherish kind of soldier outfit with the little gold things. That's cool too. Let's go with the shuttle bay and work our way back up. Because the shuttle bay has all the... Actually, I think it's the engineering deck that has all the collectible stuff. They're supposed to be collectibles. Oh, don't tell me something messed up. Maybe they come in later. Maybe I have to be on the Citadel or something. Again. Damn it. Engineering. I know there's collectibles down here. Maybe they open up with missions and I just didn't notice it. Okay, I'm annoyed. There it is. Oh, come on. Oh, good, I got it. I got the space hamster. Oh, maybe I have to get the collectibles in order? Starting with, like, the space hamster and stuff? I bet maybe that's it. Okay. Okay, I don't feel so bad now. Alright. Let's go back down to the shuttle bay and we'll work our way up again, like I said. Okay, maybe it'll be down here now. I know there's collectibles around here somewhere. But, like I said, maybe they only open up after certain things. I don't know. Whatever. There's the dog that the Collector's Edition email thing was talking about. more collectibles. Hey, Vega. I guess I'll talk to you, sure. No. Let's go talk to this other guy first, because, yeah, we better. Nothing back here. Alright. Hey there.
Lieutenant Steve Cortez, shuttle pilot. Got news about our supply chains, Commander.
Nice to meet you, Lieutenant. What's going on?
Sorry to just jump in, Commander. There's so much to be done, I get caught up in the tasks at hand.
He's always like that. You need to chill out, Esteban.
So you do care, Mr. Vega? Or is that the Cerveza talking again?
So what's happening with our supply chains, Lieutenant?
Alliance procurement chains are in chaos, but the Citadel's economy is still running. I can network to Citadel retailers. You can view inventory and make purchases right from this console.
When I network to a new store, I'll let you know.
It does cost more to coordinate delivery to the Normandy, so it's cheaper to buy supplies when you're there.
So, you're my shuttle pilot, but you're setting up procurement chains?
I wasn't assigned as Normandy's pilot. Not much need for one on a dry dock ship. I was overseeing the retrofit of the cargo hold. I'm quite familiar with the operation and maintenance of the UT-47 Kodiak and the M44 Hammerhead. In my experience, it made sense for me to take over as shuttle pilot when we left Earth. Especially given Mr. Vega's love of mid-air collisions.
To save the day, pendejo.
I'm also responsible for logistics, making sure the armory and shuttle are properly stocked and maintained.
Do you maintain this armory?
I share that duty with our illustrious Mr. Vega. Though I believe the only weapon he really cares to maintain is himself.
You know you love the show, Esteban.
The first retrofit we did was to move the armory down from Deck 2. I'm not sure what Cerberus engineers were thinking. Now you get off the elevator, pick your gear, and head right into the shuttle.
Just like the original Normandy.
Welcome back to the Alliance, Commander.
That makes sense.
What happened to the M44 Hammerhead?
It was sent to the tech labs for a retrofit. To afford mobility with such a small ESO core, its design sacrificed armor plating. The lab engineers are trying to improve that. After the Reaper invasion, those labs are probably just a pile of rubble.
The Kodiak seems a bit different.
Good eyes, Commander. This is the UT-47A Kodiak. It's got an upgraded ESO core and prototype stealth technology based on the Normandy design. For quick drops, I can get you in and out virtually undetected. She flies like a brick, so that's why you need a good pilot.
How long have you been with the Alliance?
About 10 years. I enlisted in First Fleet serving on the SSV Hawking, flying F-61 Tridents mostly. I love the Trident. It practically dances in low atmo. I spent as much time tinkering on my bird as flying her. Got a bit of a reputation.
So you can fly fighters and fix them.
Yeah, and I got a knack for procurement too. They were grooming me for CAG, but my skill set made me more valuable commanding a flight deck. They assigned me to the Normandy retrofit team about 5 months ago to oversee all cargo bay modifications.
You were stationed on Earth. Do you have family there?
I'm an only child. Lost my parents years ago. I had a husband back when I was stationed at Ferris Fields. The collectors took out the whole colony. I'd rather not talk about it.
Keep up the hard work, but don't kill yourself.
Yes, Commander.
Alrighty, that's good to know. This is a procurement area. This is where the stores are going to be. The only thing is that it's more expensive to go here, so I don't really bother unless I have to. Weapons upgrades. This is where we can get upgrades for our weapons. Basically, we're buying new versions of the weapons. They get a little better every time, but they are kind of sort of expensive. Blood Pack Punisher. That's the SMG. And that's the Blood Pack Pistol. But see, they're 4,000 each, so I don't know if I really want to do that just yet. piranha. I don't even know what that is. It's probably a shotgun, looks like. I don't know. These are assault rifles. Whatever. This is the workbench where we can put in the different mods if we have any, or change out weapons. Can't do anything with that, and we don't have any mods for that, so we're good to go. Alright, and then here is the armor thing where we can check out our outfits and stuff right here too if we don't want to go to the captain's cabin. I think that's about it for this area. Let's go back to engineering. We'll work our way up. Nothing over here. Oh, our new reporter lady is over here.
How's your new assignment working out, Allers?
Fairly normal, except for the unshackled AI, Matriarch Benezia's daughter, and the communicator that can reach Earth. The first two, I can deal with. That last one gets my attention.
So what are you asking for exactly?
Anything from Earth is the lead story right now. That's not opinion, it's fact.
Maybe I can pass on a few non-classified progress updates.
Seriously? You just doubled my ratings. I don't need FaceTime, just a data upload.
Tell people what's really happening on Earth. We need long recruiting lines on every planet after you air a story.
I can do this, Commander. Remind me to tell you about the time I made an Elcor cry.
Well, that was easy enough. Hey, it's Engineer Adams again. Hum of the engines.
Commander, welcome back to the Normandy. Or maybe you should be saying that to me.
Engineer Adams, what are you doing here?
I was put in charge of the drive core retrofits. My experience on the Normandy SR-1 made me an obvious choice.
So, what do you think of our SR-2?
She's incredible. If there's one nice thing I can say about Cerberus, it's that they know how to build a ship. And about that, Cerberus, I mean, I owe you an apology.
How so?
Back when you got this ship, Dr. Chalk was contacting me, asking me to help with your mission against the Collectors. I refused. I didn't have your back, and I'm sorry for that.
Why didn't you join us?
I saw what happened to you when the Normandy went down. I didn't trust that it was really you, and I certainly didn't trust Cerberus. Also, as an officer of the Alliance, I don't just leave my post, you know?
Your Alliance first. That's the way it should be.
Thank you, Commander. Glad to be aboard.
Is your family okay?
My parents are serving on Viridian Zenith, an Alliance agricultural vessel. My sister is a navigator on the SSV Benjamin Davis. Happy to report that both vessels are safely under Hackett's command.
Does the new Normandy stack up to the old SR-1?
Stack up. It blows the old ship away. The Tantalus drive core has been completely overhauled. The SR-2 might be nearly twice the size, but the new drive core is 3 times bigger. This ship can fly. That said, Cerberus isn't too high on safety. If pushed past her limits, this core would vent into engineering. Guess it gives my team incentive to keep her well balanced during a firefight.
Do your job or get vaporized.
Pretty much. I noticed you upgraded the kinetic barriers with cyclonic technology. Should help reduce the draw when under missile fire.
Hopefully that means fewer vaporized engineers.
The IES stealth system is significantly improved. It can handle a higher blue shift of our emissions.
And that means?
We should be able to drop out of FTL without triggering every sensor in range. Very handy for stealth reconnaissance. All in all, the Normandy is a marvel of engineering.
What do you think of Edie?
We had a good talk during the retrofit. A little strange at first, talking shop with an AI.
AI? I thought Edie posed as a VI to keep the likes of you from unplugging her.
Yeah, but I saw through her. Have you seen her hardware? Processing power is off the charts. And then there were the problems that kept fixing themselves. If I hadn't had her pegged, I would have sworn I was losing it.
You never expressed any skepticism, Lieutenant Adams.
I figured I'd better play it safe with the Cerberus AI, Edie. No offense.
None taken. As long as you keep your fingers out of my cognizance processors.
In the beginning, I tried disconnecting her from key processes without giving myself away. Easier said than done. But Joker seemed to trust her, and in time I saw her advantages. Even grew to like her.
Aww, that's sweet.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, ma'am.
Alright, good to have you back. Let's do this. Now up to the crew deck. This is a little plaque here. This will become important later. This is for all the people that didn't make it. There's Ashley's name on there. Jenkins is on there. Talitha. Presley's on there. Alright, I don't recognize the other names, but I'm sure they're important. Nothing? Alright, that was interesting. Not. Yay! More bathrooms. I think Caden will be over here whenever he gets back on the ship. Assuming we can get that to happen. It is possible for him to die while he's, you know, at the hospital in surgery and all that, so. Ah, more collectibles! It's just more ships. It doesn't really matter much, but... And they won't even let you get in the opposite bathroom anymore. This must be a lounge. Oh, I want to get in there. That looks cool. Alright, let me get out of here. Let me out! Oh, why would you let me go all the way around and then I have to go all the way around anyway? Stupid. Let's see if I'm not missing nothing. Okay, I don't think I am. Alright, let's go this way. Aw, Miss Sergeant Gardner's not on. From Mass Effect 2. That's lame. Let's go see Liara. But apparently she's not here. Oh, there she is, over on her bed. Never mind.
Commander Shepard, it's a pleasure to see you again.
You're the drone from the Shadow Broker's ship.
Dr. Tassoni now refers to me as Glyph instead of Info Drone, 95% of the time. If you have a moment, I'd like to draw your attention to a terminal in her office. It analyzes information packages. If you find any useful data, I can research upgrades for you.
And what should I be looking for?
I'll inform you if you found relevant data. When you do, return to this terminal for your choices. In the meantime, Dr. Tassoni would like to speak with you. Have a pleasant day.
Meeting with the council didn't go too well, huh?
It was less than ideal.
I'm shocked.
At least the council can't deny the Reapers exist. But I'm not sure how much comfort that is while they bicker over which portion of the galaxy to save.
Wow. Becoming the big info brokers turned you into a real cynic, Liara. I like it.
I'm flattered. I think.
You know what? I just remembered we didn't talk to Vega. We didn't go talk to James. We'll have to go do that after here, if I remember. Alright, this is an upgrade thing. Every once in a while, we're going to get choices and upgrades. This one here. This one here, see, we're going to be able to pick either ammo capacity bonus or shield strength bonus. We don't get both, but we'll be able to pick one. Ammo capacity bonus. Upgrade your thermal clip or upgrade your shields. I think shields are going to come in handy for us as an engineer. So we're going to do that. Alright. And then it'll make a list of all the upgrades we have over here.
Looks like you brought more than just that drone from your ship.
A few things were necessary. I'd be a very silent shadow broker without data feeds.
So you have access to your resources?
What I can get. We'll need it to research this Prothean device. Until we understand precisely what it does, it's far too dangerous to use.
Did the Protheans actually complete this weapon?
You mean, will it work? They wouldn't have poured their last resources into this device if they thought otherwise. But we really need to find out just what kind of weapon they left us.
It'd be nice to know we're not kids playing around with a loaded gun.
Absolutely. The damage it could cause if it backfired is unthinkable. This will be difficult even for us. If something happens on a mission, if either one of us are hurt, I'll always remember that tour of the Normandy. But let's be honest, Shepard. It's been more than a half a year. Should we continue where we left off?
I'd like that more than anything, Liara.
Good. I was getting worried.
There were a lot of reasons I was happy to see you on Mars.
I'd like that list. But later? There's so much left to do. I'm working with Edie. Hopefully we can discover what the Protheans left for us. But I'm looking forward to talking about something other than business. Maybe later?
Aww. Good, I'm glad we could keep that going.
Hello again, Shepard.
How much do you know about this Prothean artifact?
Very little. We're fortunate enough Data survived to piece together the blueprints. Decoding them will require as many specialists as we can find.
It's that high-tech?
I'd have killed for a glimpse of it during graduate school.
What's been happening with you as the broker, Liara?
It's been exciting. The old broker's ship. Impressive, but it was never meant to be space-worthy. Which meant the elusive man eventually tracked me down on Hagalaz.
What happened?
I knew he was coming. Farron and I loaded as much of the ship's specialized hardware onto a shuttle as we could. We got away from Cerberus' ships after arranging an appropriate distraction.
What kind of distraction?
Sending the broker's ship exploding into a Cerberus cruiser. I don't think the elusive man expected me to give up my resources in such a spectacular fashion.
Can you still operate as the broker without the ship?
Well, I couldn't let the elusive man have it. I saved what was crucial. My network of agents is intact, although the Reapers have taken a toll on their numbers. It's taking a while to re-establish contact.
So where is Farron if you two escaped?
He convinced me he was recovered enough to work, and I do need more agents.
Agent Farron didn't report any injuries during his last call to you, Doctor.
True. Given what he survived, I should probably worry less.
You brought your little helper with you?
Its name is Glyph. It helped sort through all the data that led me to the archive on Mars.
It was a pleasure to be of assistance, Doctor.
Glyph's interfaced with the data feeds. Its analytical software should come in handy.
What have you been up to since we last saw each other?
Since you helped me defeat the Shadow Broker, I started looking for defenses against the Reapers. The Protheans were the only ones with substantial information on them. The older civilizations barely had records. I knew the elusive man was hunting for the same thing when our agents began crossing paths.
Like on Mars.
I thought I'd covered my tracks, but he had surveillance there all along.
It's a funny glitch that Shepard gets to looking at the little drone and can't look away.
We'll talk later, Liara.
Of course.
This terminal contains non-essential correspondence from your allied forces. Dr. Tassoni has granted you access.
These are old notes from Liara, back before Mass Effect 1, I think. I'm not going to read them all out. You guys can read them. Either pause the video and read, or get the game for yourself and read. Alright. That's it for that.
Enjoy your day.
Let's go to the medical area. Don't forget, we need to talk to James for the end of this thing. What's this? Reassign power bonuses. I don't need to do that. Reassign powers. I could do that. Is that going to cost me anything? I'll have to see in a second. And that's a little body of the whatever, the AI person we had to fight on Mars. Yeah, let's do that. Can I do that, or is it going to cost me anything? I think we get to reset our abilities and or our team's abilities once, and then it's going to cost after that, so we get one time to do it. One time to do it for free, I mean. We can do it later, but it's going to cost after that. I don't really need Cryoblast, but I think everything else is good. Actually, I might want to do it anyway, because some of these were given to me as it is when I got into the game. Like, I never put any points into Combat Drone. This is how it was from coming over from Mass Effect 2, so I want to make sure that I make the choices that I want. So let's go ahead and do this. See, and then it costs 5,000 after that, so alright. 73 points. Yay! Well, let's go back and do this. Power damage bonus. Duration of all powers 25%. Reputation bonus 8%. I don't remember what I picked. Duration of all powers. What do I have that's duration? The drone? Maybe the turret later? Power damage bonus 15%. Well, that's a power damage bonus, so let's do this one. So we get the reputation bonus at least. Force and damage squad mate powers by 30%. Yeah, we'll go with that. Power damage bonus 25%. Power duration 25%. We'll go with that. And then warp ammo definitely want. Combat drone definitely want. Overload, definitely want. Incinerate, definitely want. Sabotage too, I guess. Okay. Impact radius by 2 meters. Or damage 30%. Damage. Additional 40% over 80 seconds. Recharge speed 25%. Damage to frozen and chilled targets by an additional 100%. Damage to armored targets by 50%. We'll do the armored ones because that'll make more sense. That'll be an all the time thing, I think. Right, and then see, all the rest of these are good ones. I don't know what I want to use. I guess combat drone. Increase drones damage by 40%. Increase drone shields by 40%. Drone explodes when destroyed, dealing 222 points of damage across a 5-meter radius. We'll go with that one. Then I got 3 points. But all the rest of these are going to take 4. I could do fitness. I actually think I might want some fitness since I'm an engineer and have pretty crappy health. See, I have 500 health and 525 shields. That's actually probably a good idea to get some fitness, really. Yeah, and see, I got at least 100 more health out of that. Yeah. I actually should have invested the 4 points from combat drone into there, I think. Ah, whatever. Whatever, good enough. Cool. Sweet. Hold on a second. Okay. I'm gonna be right back, and we will talk to Dr. Chakwas. Alright, sorry about that. I am back. Hey, Doc.
Commander? Everything okay down here, Doctor?
The Alliance team cleaned up and restocked, but it's still my old med bay. Feels like home.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Let's waste no time. If I may, I'd like to examine you.
Nothing wrong with me, is there?
No, but we should keep an eye on all those cybernetic implants Cerberus grafted into you.
Expensive stuff bringing me back.
And worth every penny. Let's just make sure everything is okay.
Yes, a checkup never hurts. Just no scalpel this time, Doc.
Alas, to my great disappointment, it is nothing invasive. I'm just going to run some diagnostics on your implants, and it'll take a few readings. The procedure we did for your scarring has produced a lovely synthetic protein overlay. And your body has accepted the implants quite nicely.
It did better. Sure didn't come cheap.
That's it. You're the picture of health.
How's our inventory of meds?
The medbay was fully stocked before you left Earth. We should be good for a long time, even given the amount of fire you take each day.
Do you ever regret working for Cerberus?
We didn't work for them. We used them. If I were to feel anything, it would be guilt. We took their money, took their best people, took their best ship. We used them to defeat the Collectors, and now we are using their resources against them. So no, I don't regret it one bit.
You never mentioned any of your family.
None to speak of, really. I'm the last of a prestigious line of medical professionals. The Alliance is my spouse, and you're all my children. I'm blessed with many close friends. But with each Alliance vessel taken, I lose one or two. We need to end this war.
I'll see you around, Doctor.
Take care, Shepard.
Alrighty then. Sweet. I think that's everybody here. I don't think there's anybody in here, but there might be a collectible or something. Let's see. Anything? Nothing. Nada. No. Okay, fine. Be that way. Let's go talk to James before I forget about it, and then that'll probably be it for exploring the Normandy for now. And, that'll be good for this video. Next video we'll get on with some missions, or explore the galaxy, or something. Shuttle Bay.
Hey, Shepard. How'd it go with the council?
Same as usual. Non-committal, unhelpful.
Bet they still wanted you to help them out, no?
Yep. We're going to rescue a Turian Primarch from Palaven.
Sounds like fun. Never been to the Turian homeworld. You come down here for something? Or are you just looking?
I did just come to chat, but I might stay for the show.
Have to work harder than that if you want me to blush. Not sure what there is to talk about. You already know my service record.
I don't, actually. I didn't have access to personnel records when we met.
Right. Forgot about that. Well... Think you can dance and talk at the same time?
Oh, I can dance.
Okay, Lola. Let's do this.
Don't let my good looks fool you, Vega. I got my share of scars.
You remind me of my old CO.
Oh, yeah? And who was that?
Captain Tony. He was a hard-ass son of a bitch, but a good leader.
Was?
Died. With most of my squad. Protecting a civilian colony from a collector attack.
And the colony?
It was either them, or the intel we had on the collectors. Intel we could have used to destroy them. I chose the intel.
Sorry. That's a tough call.
The best part was, we didn't really need the intel in the end. Because you were out saving the galaxy by taking down the entire collector homeworld.
You didn't know. You can't blame yourself, Vega.
Who says I'm blaming myself?
Just a guess.
You a shrink too?
No, but that stunt back on Mars was reckless. You're lucky to be alive.
So?
So, maybe you don't care if you live or die.
Or maybe... I'm just willing to do whatever the fuck it takes to end this goddamn war!
Maybe you are. But if you're half as good as I think you are, we need you alive.
Thanks for the pep talk.
Anytime.
Hey. Thanks for the dance, Lola.
Oh, sure, why not?
Lola, huh?
You kind of look like a Lola.
You're cute. So I'll let you get away with it. For now.
That's it. Now you made me blush.
Okay, whatever. I guess we got the collectibles down here, so... Actually... Whoa! Oh, now they're... they just must appear at random times, I don't know.
Hey again. What's up?
What's with you and the nicknames?
It's just my way of remembering people. Some people just don't match their names, you know? So, I just give them a new one.
So I'm a Lola, huh?
Yeah, my best friend's sister growing up was Lola. Older sister. Hot. Tough.
Right. You mentioned a mission you had against the Collectors. What happened?
Pretty much what I said. Things went foobar, and I was one of the few to make it out. If you want the rest of the story, you're gonna have to get me really drunk, or...
Or what?
That's about it. Sorry, Commander. Just not interested in talking about that. Next topic?
You had a hard time leaving Earth. You still want to head back?
Hell yeah. But I get it now. It's not where I'd be most useful. Not yet, anyway.
We'll get back there.
I know. And I'll do whatever it takes to get us there, Commander.
Maybe no more shuttle crashes.
No promises now that I've gotten the taste for it. Besides, I like to keep Esteban on his toes.
You got family back on Earth?
Yeah, an uncle. Retired military. Got a few cousins I haven't heard from in a while.
You and your uncle close?
Yep. He was the reason I joined the Marines and was about the only good thing in my life after my mom died.
No dad?
He's there. Somewhere. But I'm not sure I'd call him family. Not anymore. I would like to find out how my uncle's doing, though.
I take it you and Lieutenant Cortez know each other?
Yeah, Esteban did a stint on Fel Prime where me and my squad were stationed. I caught up with him on Earth a few months back. He's a good guy. Just don't tell him I said so. It'd go to his head.
I'll talk to you later.
You bet.
Alrighty then. Now I think we're about done. Doobie doobie doo. CIC. I'm gonna go back here to the war room or whatever and see if I can find that
Commander Shepard.
stupid collectible thing. I'm sure there is one here, but it might come later. I don't know. I guess it's gonna come up later. Stupid thing. Driving me crazy.
Commander.
Actually, let's go up to the captain's cabin, because that's where all our collectible stuff went. There's our hamster. Meep. And there's all the ships we've collected so far. Pretty cool. There's the... That's the Shadow Broker ship. And that's the Destiny Ascension, the council ship that we saved in Mass Effect 1. The big Normandy is the one we're in now, the SR2. The smaller one is the SR1. And that's a Quarian ship underneath that. So there you go. Alright. So that should be it. For now. Back to the CIC. Next time we will explore the galaxy, I guess. get on with our missions. Let's see. Speaking of missions, we have the Cerberus Lab, Eden Prime, which is the From Ashes DLC. This is Palvin, the main mission. And this is a little collectible thing that we have to get for that Volus on the Citadel. So probably do some planet scanning and get this in the process, and then we will I guess maybe do Eden Prime or the Cerberus Lab, and we'll save the main mission for later, because that'll boost up the story and stuff. So let's make a permanent save. Thanks for watching, boys and girls. I am the Good Old Gamer. This has been more chilling out with Mass Effect 3 on Sara Shepard's Epic Adventures. Next time we explore the galaxy. Stay tuned for that. Bye-bye for now.